Friday, the best day of the week. We just had some beetroot juice in the studio. One of our lovely producers just brought us in a shot of beetroot juice to get us going. Methanol.
Oh.
It is that strong. It is that strong. There's pepper in it. What else? Ginger.
Cayenne peppers?
Cayenne peppers.
I don't know.
We're just hanging on here.
Struggling a little bit.
I know, but good morning, Sydney. Friday, best day of the week. It's
And
been a huge
long weekend.
long weekend.
Whoa!
Long weekend, and Putricia's bloomed.
Oh. You know what?
What?
I got to see a little sneak peek of Patricia yesterday. I went down and said hello to her.
Yeah, it was on the socials. Triple M.
Disappointing.
No.
Whoa.
Disappointing.
Really?
Wasn't what I thought it was.
Okay.
And I also have a terrible admission. I
Yeah.
need to make a huge apology to you, Woodsy. I'm going to reveal the details about it
A
later.
journalist apologising.
I know. This
Can I
is
go
going to
buy a
shock
lottery
you.
ticket?
Have you ever?
I was wrong.
What?
Do you apologise much?
Yeah, I
Tarsh?
do all the time, actually.
But you wouldn't be wrong or do the wrong thing, though.
Of course, I'm
Yeah.
human. Everyone makes mistakes.
There we go. Thank you. Welcome to the club. Now, 37 days until Las Vegas. We're going to send 2 lucky listeners over. You know the drill.
Very easy, yeah. All you need to do is get on air with us. Everyone that does, automatically on that standby list. If you've switched over stations and you tell us, we'll put your name in twice.
Yes, we will. So make sure you call up and let's have some fun. Let's have some fun this morning. Friday, the beetroot juice is just about to kick in. But long weekend, you know what that means. So here in Sydney, double demerits.
Double demerits.
I was driving in this morning next to a police officer for 80% of the trip at 4 a.m. You know when you're driving next to a police officer and you're trying to act natural the whole
Yes.
time, like you don't have a body in the boot?
But you know, you feel like you've done something wrong.
I'm the
do.
same.
Whether
yes.
there's sirens that go away probably 100 metres away from you, you feel like, are they coming for me?
Yes.
It's like you feel like you are in a bad situation when you've done completely nothing wrong.
I know. Well, yeah, that's right. I've done nothing wrong. But double demerits. I mean, Sydney, New South Wales gets hammered with double demerits, right? It feels like
do.
it goes forever over. Like long weekends then turn into 5-6 days of
And
double demerits.
Over Christmas and New Year last year, they were like the double demerits were in force for almost 2 weeks. They're in force
was
for the long
shocking.
weekend now, and they go, I think, until the 27th of January. But I didn't know this. Victoria, South Australia, the Northern Territory, and Tasmania stopped enforcing double demerits in
What?
2023, and they no longer apply over long weekends or holiday periods.
So they don't have what we're going through at the moment.
Indeed.
How does that work?
So hang on. Give me the states again. Give me the
Okay,
states.
Victoria,
Yes.
South Australia,
Yes.
the Northern Territory, and Tassie.
Wow. So essentially half of Australia.
Yeah,
Doesn't
don't
have-
have double demerits.
Okay. Well, double demerits really gets people fired up.
It does.
All right. We want to know what Sydney thinks. How you feel about double demerits? Are they too long? Do they work? Because the whole reason double demerits were brought in were to limit road fatalities and incidents on the road to get
Yeah.
people to slow down.
Basically, the police saying, look, the road toll is increasing, and it has over the last couple of years, and they say it's to stop people speeding and to actually save lives on the road. But other people may argue that it's purely revenue raising.
Ooh. And some news overnight, obviously, with the Brisbane Broncos. We know there's a new coach, Michael Madge Maguire. He's taken the reins of the ship up there. There was a lot of talk in the off-season. How's he going to handle it? He's just named his leadership group, Payne Haas, Patrick Carrigan, Katoni Staggs, and the new recruit, Ben Hunt, which is a player that I'm really excited to watch play up there. Hasn't been happy at the Dragons for quite a long period of time. We know he was on a huge contract down the Dragons, but he's going back home, and I think we'll see the best footy from him.
Great player.
Great player on his day. Obviously, the best hooker in the competition. Where's he going to play?
Best hooker in the competition.
Plays for Australia, plays for Queensland.
Harry Grant's got
hooker,
something to say about
He's not
that.
bad. He goes all right.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I think
But I feel
Ben
you.
Hunt's done for a long period of time.
Yes.
They've named their captain. And I think it comes to a lot of surprise to a lot of people that Adam Reynolds is going to be the captain of the Broncos.
How long's he got left there, Reynolds?
I think this is his last... No, sorry, he re-signed. He's got 2 years, I think,
Okay.
an option.
Okay.
But he's just come off-season surgery. So he had
Yeah.
a sort of a neck complaint. And you know
I
what
had
the
the-
necks are like before. But
Yeah, I had that
yours.
surgery before I had to retire. I've had it twice. It's tricky to come back from.
Is it?
Because it's all comes down to the nerve. And one of the toughest injuries you can get, especially for the halves, and they've outlawed it, is after they pass. So remember Cooper Cronk always taking the ball to the line and getting hit in the back. He did it for 20 years. Reynolds has been bended and buckled many times, but that whiplash movement, when they get hit in the back and their neck extends, sends the shooting pain down their arm. So they need the surgery actually on the top of their neck to relieve pain off the nerve. It's really hard to come back from.
There was one player that we played with, Adam Blair.
Adam Blair.
His eyes just used to light up when
king
halfbacks
of
would
it.
come, and he just used to fold them.
Well, they can't defend themselves, mate. They've got their back to the middle forward coming across. But I'd
there's
love
no
to-
awareness.
But it's a huge call. It is. You're right. It's a huge call. Adam Reynolds has done everything in the game.
Yep. I thought maybe that they might have went with a new leader in charge, and maybe Patrick Carrigan.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, and he's young. He's going to be there for a long time.
long time, plays for Australia, plays for Queensland. He's been in the leadership role. I think he's been captain once before Adam Reynolds got there.
He is, and he's a leader. I mean, Adam Reynolds is a leader, though. He's a leader of men.
He is a leader.
Whatever he says goes up there in
It
Brisbane.
does. And it just got me thinking about the Broncos and how they're going to go this year. I think the whole, Michael Maguire coming in, different regiment. They did a massive army camp a couple of weeks ago. He knows what he wants from his group, and I think we're going to see a top 4 Brisbane Broncos this year.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Any questions?
You want to know what I think, or do
What
you
do
want
you-
me to
yeah, what do
unpack
you
that?
think,
I think
mate?
they'll be thereabouts. Yeah, the Brisbane Broncos, very, very brave to write off Brisbane Broncos. Michael Maguire has got them eating out of his hand up there.
Oh.
There's so much talent. There's so much talent in that roster. They were underwhelming last year. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
I reckon top 2.
top 2. There you
With
go.
your team, South Sydney?
Yes.
Who do you go for today?
Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs again. Okay, 2
But
Roosters Monday.
what's that, green and blue, this one? Or is
purple.
that... But anyway, speaking of Brisbane Broncos, a former Brisbane Broncos coach literally dodged a bullet last night.
I've got a lovely neighbour who, unfortunately, an accident occurred where a bullet went through the garage. Look, it wasn't anything sinister.
Hang on, I didn't know Darren Lockyer coach. who was that? Was he
That was
good?
Anthony Seibold.
Why was he gargling when he did it?
That's the way he talks.
Okay.
I don't know. We used to make fun of him all the time, but
Okay.
it was
But
an
he's been shot.
So what
It was an
happened?
88-year-old man. His next door neighbour. Don't know how, but a bullet's been fired through his garage.
Well, hang on, what do you mean you don't know him?
So the man's been charged. Police have issued the man with a court attendance notice for 5 offences.
What? So he's got a gun. What type of gun? Well, he's got a gun in there. He's
It was
shooting.
a pistol. It was a .21, I think. I'm not even sure what that is.
And North Curl, wasn't it?
At North Kilkeel, yeah. So what I'd say to Siebes is maybe go around next door, put your arm around and take him to Macca's for a feed.
But okay, I'd love to know who the gentleman goes for. You know what I mean? Then it'll make sense.
Maybe an ex-Brisbane Broncos supporter.
There you go.
You never know.
I had some tradespeople over last weekend doing a little bit of stuff around the house. You know how I'm hopeless at everything, Tarsh. Can't help it.
I did. You don't do tradie stuff at home.
No, I don't. I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
look, I'll mow lawns and do the pool, but anything that's
Building's
needs
too hard.
skill and talent. No, I can't do it. But I get it done anyway. It's a whole situation with my
Okay.
wife and mother-in-law, but that's for another day. Anyway, these three tradies come over, did a wonderful job, and hot day. I come out and I said, it was the afternoon, Friday. I said, do you guys need anything? Would you like a drink, a beer? The young kid said, yeah, I'll have a beer. So I've got a little bar fridge sitting on my deck out the back. And there's mainly soft drinks and poppers in there from the kids running around, school holidays, and all my beers are inside in the garage. So I said, no worries, I'll go grab a drink. Help yourself. If you want anything, though, help yourself to a drink. So I've gone inside, rummaging through. I'm in there for a few minutes, coming back with a selection of beers. As I'm walking through the house into the backyard, I hear, and I get to the deck, and the tradie is on all fours, power vomiting on the grass. And I look to the table on the deck, and there's a beer there. And I'm thinking, I don't have any beers in this back deck, on the fridge in the back deck. I walk over to it, and it was a beer. I was gifted beers when I moved into the house. And I looked at the expiry date on the bottom of it, and it said 2017.
Oh, wow.
It was like a sludge.
Oh.
And he'd taken a big swig of it and collapsed. And I think I could be liable now as I'm...
Is he okay at the moment?
I haven't heard from him.
You're definitely liable, but you've heard from his lawyers.
I've heard from many lawyers this week, but I'll get to his lawyers. But hopefully he's okay. No news is good news, right?
Yeah, maybe not in this case.
Just say I tricked her. You're the young apprentice.
Well, I was trying to do the right thing, Tash.
Is that what happens to expired beer?
Yeah, well,
Obviously.
it was like I don't want to say what beer it was. It was a strong beer, but it was like sediment in the bottom of it. It was like a sludge. I mean, it's been there for 8 years?
Oh, boy. Yes, and the time prior to that as well.
Yes,
That
so
was
this
just when
is
it was
my
out
last
date.
show, and I do go to
been
jail.
good fun.
Please post bail and come and visit me in Silverwater. Now, recently, the Coalition announced a flagship trial. We spoke about it yesterday, where small businesses can claim tickets to footy matches, rounds of golf.
Entertainment for clients.
Entertainment, essentially bringing the long lunch back, right?
Yes.
Beauty.
However, you can't claim entry or spending at strip clubs and brothels
Or alcohol.
or alcohol.
Oh, that's
okay?
right. Alcohol, yes.
But today, it was this morning, Anthony Albanese and the Labor Party, they've got their own, they're announcing
Yep.
their own trial. Or it is,
Yep, the Prime Minister is set to announce later today a $10,000 bonus payment to apprentice tradies to encourage more young Aussies to take up the tools and, of course, to fix our building housing crisis in the country.
and also, it always comes back, everything we're doing on this show comes back to the cost of living crisis. Now, Sydney is on its knees in terms of cost of living. And people are looking to, we spoke about it, side hustles, looking to make money, but to save money as well and have money returned in tax deductions.
Yes.
Right? Cost of living is tightening, and we've all got our own little tax deduction stories. I don't know if Tarsh would, though. Tarsh, have you
Never.
ever claimed anything that
No,
you
no,
should?
no, never.
Never
but,
put it.
But people have claimed really weird stuff.
They have claimed really weird stuff.
Okay, top of the list, creative deductions. The ATO put out a list saying with these weird deductions, someone claimed the cost of their family dog, which was a little cavoodle, as a guard dog,
I'm not buying that.
including extraordinary vet bills.
Did
saying they tried to claim it. No, obviously,
So they're saying a cavoodle is a guard dog.
a guard dog.
That
Is
would
it-
do me.
Okay, so it's not a cross with a German Shepherd or anything.
Or a
It's just a
pit bull
straight out
or-
cavoodle.
Yeah,
or
but you
a
can't claim
Rottweiler.
the vet bills. So obviously that claim got knocked back.
Obviously.
Dental and manicure costs by ordinary workers. Someone tried to put in a deduction for a wedding.
Okay.
Gifts of Lego.
So he's getting married. It's a job for life.
Well, Stefanovic could have claimed his wedding. It made news. It'd give him a lot of content. No?
No wonder why blokes get married 3 or 4 times.
Oh, I think there's
Oh.
a bit more to that, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's.
A little bit more to that, mate, about
Do you reckon they're doing it as a tax deduction,
they're-
Woodsy?
if you're going to do it 3 or 4 times, they shouldn't be getting it because it's a long job to be doing.
But what about, hang on, tax deduction? You're spending a lot at a wedding, mate. This is,
You got to get some back.
you got to get some back. But okay. All right. What else have we did? What else have they
Martial
done?
arts training for a nightclub bouncer.
That seems legit.
That's good.
Surely that's legit, right?
Of course.
That
What,
is
they didn't
sweet.
get a return on that?
No, that was not.
They need to learn self-defense just in case.
Why?
Uh,
Are you having a fit over there?
No, I was doing a high kick. What?
Influencers are putting in a tax deduction
For?
for cosmetic work.
Hang on, are you speaking in third person?
No,
Okay. Okay.
mate, I'd be asking for a refund if I'd spent money on cosmetic surgery.
Oh, you look great,
Come on,
Tarsh.
mate. Come on,
Oh.
You look
Tarsh.
great.
Working with you guys for a week, I've aged 50 years.
Oh, wow.
Stop it.
So hang on, what can we claim? You can't claim guard dogs,
Can we
right?
claim coffees?
Can't claim weddings. Can't claim your teeth. What can we claim?
Well, legitimate.
You know what we could claim in my house? Spray tan.
Do you get a spray
My
tan?
wife.
I was going to say you got the wrong tone, mate.
What do you mean?
Well, look, but how have you have never used spray tan? Like,
Mate, the amount that my wife goes through, it's unbelievable.
yeah, but she's in the fitness industry, though.
She
could
is.
claim that.
Yeah, just get a bit of sun.
Okay.
Well, you've got to be sun smart. Some people burn in the sun. You strike me as someone, Beau, that would love a fake tan.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
How long does it last on you?
No idea. 7 days. I'm on camera a lot, and it's not my call. Producers will say, look, you have to look like you did obviously last week, and it all comes back to summer.
So do you claim the makeup you put on?
Don't wear makeup. You know that. I don't
I've
wear
seen you in
makeup.
the toilet
Nothing
too,
against
mate.
people that do wear makeup, mate. Whatever you're into. What can we claim? What can we claim in here?
I'm not your accountant.
Okay. Because I've done laptop, headphones. What else?
Yeah, well,
Parking,
beautiful
coffee.
headphones.
Coffee, surely.
Yes,
We can
please.
claim stimulants.
No, absolutely not.
We can't.
Does it make you do a better job?
100%.
Because I'm not seeing it.
Oh, okay.
He's just had- oh,
Okay, this is why we love
hey.
Fridays. Tash is back.
She's back.
Hey, welcome. If you're just tuning in now, Sydney, Tash is just joining us. The real Tash
had a
Berlin.